Hey, thanks for being here. I'm really excited about today's show because we're doing sandwiches. And it's perfect because they're gonna be great, and I am freaking starving. Don't go away. I'm Sam, the cooking guy. This show is about food that's big in taste and small in effort. Man, is that good. Totally easy stuff anyone can make.
Look at them going already.
And everything comes from a supermarket. You take all those other cooking shows like this. You don't need them anymore. This is Sam, the cooking guy. First up, we're going really big. We're making meatball sliders. Now I'm just gonna tell you, back in the day, I would have bought meatballs already done. The old Sam. The new Sam says, make the food yourself. You're gonna be so much happier. So I have a pound of ground beef here. And of course you could make it with just ground beef, but why stop there? Why not make it with something that's gonna add some flavor? It's all about levels. Levels, Jerry, levels. Do you remember that from Seinfeld? Michael does, all right, good. So, we're gonna add about a half a pound of Italian sausage. Look, you buy them like this, and you have to know, inside is just like ground sausage meat. It's simple. See how it just falls apart? It's perfect. But you have to get it out of the casing. So you take your knife, one simple cut, down the edge, out comes the sausage. And we want like half a pound of sausage, and they don't sell them like that. So we'll cut one in half. We'll cut one in half. Thank you. Drop it in here. We need some garlic powder. So maybe half a 3/4 of a teaspoon. There. Some parsley. You want this like fairly chopped up. I need like about a 1/3 of a cup. That's gonna go in. Breadcrumbs that are gonna be here. So 3/4 of a cup. So 3/4 of a cup, that's like quarter, half. Now, for a little moisture, for a little deliciousness, for a little cheesiness, we're gonna add some cheese. You could add Parmesan, that would be fine, but we're gonna add a little ricotta cheese. About a 1/4 of a cup? Does that look about a 1/4 of a cup, Michael?
Yeah.
You have no idea, dude. He has no idea. A couple eggs, salt and pepper, and I think I'm done. I'm gonna go like a really good, maybe 1.5 teaspoons of salt, a bunch of fresh ground black pepper, and I always tell you, get a pepper grinder, and I don't care if it's an expensive one or one of those ones in the store that's preloaded. Just get them. And we're going in. You gotta mix everything together, and the better you mix it, the better for everything. A meatball like meatloaf, you hear people say don't overwork like ground beef for a hamburger. That's true. But when it comes to like a formed thing, like a meatloaf or a meatball, working it together is gonna be fine. So don't feel like you're gonna overwork this. Oh my God, I'm so excited about these. Now we're gonna make them about this big. I'm making 1 meatball per slider. It's gorgeous. Do you think I can replicate that? It's a decent sized meatball, right? So we're gonna get about 8, 9 of these things out of a 1.5 pounds of meat, which is fine. My oven is set to 425 degrees. These kids are gonna go in, and it's probably gonna be 20-ish minutes till they're cooked all the way through. Okay, so how long? 20-ish minutes have passed. Just about 20 minutes. The meatballs are 165 degrees in the center. I'm using a good instant read thermometer. Get yourself one. It will help your cooking improve. The other component to this little thing is tomato sauce. I don't need to show you how to make tomato sauce because we made tomato sauce in a tomato sauce day show. And then we showed you how to use it and not putting it on spaghetti because that's like a really obvious thing to do. So get yourself some tomato sauce. So here's these meatballs. That's a meatball. You can make small ones if you want, or you could make substantial big ones like this that are gonna make perfect sliders. And I don't know if I said what we're gonna put these on, but we're gonna put them on a Hawaiian roll. And now that I look at the size of the meatballs and the size of the Hawaiian rolls, I may have miscalced a little bit. But we want these things to have a little color on them. So we're gonna put a little butter on them and then face down. So that gets a little bit of color. Here's also what we're gonna add, watch. I bought some pesto. Take one of these meatballs, right in here to the sauce. Let them get some color. Let them just sit in there for a sec, right? So now watch. Now just a little bit of sauce right here. Now you've got this meatball on top. Oh, this is just whack. Oh, now that's the way it should be. That's a meatball slider, ladies and gentlemen. You can put cheese on it if you want. You don't have to put cheese. I'm not going with cheese this time. I figure I got enough right here. I mean, you've got this ridiculously oversized, huge thing. But how do we not like this? So we cut down here. And then look, you see the parsley in here. Look at it's juicy. And then you gotta, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're moist, they're tender, they're hugely flavorful, and this is unbelievable. You wanna make this. That's one of the best meatballs I've ever had. I love my own meatballs, which actually sounds creepy when I say it out loud like that, but. All right, don't go away. When we come back, we continue on with Sandwich Day on Sam the Cooking Guy, and the next one, we're making outside. It's gonna be so good. See you in a second. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. Hey, welcome back. So, Sandwich Day. We've just made that ridiculously amazing meatball slider. You have to make it. And now we're outside, and clearly we're gonna do something out here. So we're gonna make a, like a crispy veal sandwich with garlic spinach. But I know there's a few issues people have with veal. So you could use like thin chicken if that would be fine for you, or thin pork, whatever. So apparently the show's not about me, it's about the cameras. And they want everything we do to be in this effing square right here. So at great risk, at great trouble, I have to do everything here. So at a classic breading station, one of the components is egg. So we'll beat this egg. And then I will now take the breading part of it, put it in the center square and season it. We're gonna season it with salt. You know me and the salt. You have to have the salt. Some pepper, a little Parmesan. So we mix this up. And the first step in any kind of breading is in flour, and you do it in flour because it helps the egg stick. I know it is a little counterintuitive, but that's what you do. The next step is doing this in the egg. And I'm keeping one hand dry for when we get down there to the breadcrumbs. And then we flip this over. My oil is looking fine. I have no idea how hot it is. I'd say generally you want it about 350 degrees. And then we take our little thin cutlets and we go like this. We put them in. We try and use the dry hand to spread this stuff around a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Right, so now let's get these other guys going in here so they all come out about the same time. We're looking for nice, crispy, golden brown. Probably 2-3 minutes the first side, a couple less on the second side, but it's going pretty quick. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's just do quickly one more. Quickly, quickly, quickly. We'll throw this kid right in there. Now I can wash my hand off over here at the sink. And now on this one, I want to do some spinach. So I've got some oil here and some garlic. Ah, sorry. And spinach. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. So spinach goes in here. All right, let's check these guys. Not yet. Not yet. This is the first one. That's looking beautiful. That guy gets turned. Spinach. Look at the mess I'm making. Oh my gosh. spinach. You know, wilts quick, really nice, beautiful. Little salt and pepper here. Look how nice these little cutlet-y guys are. I got a bun. Here's my bun. I'm using ciabatta. You use anything you want. Give them a little color. This one goes fast. No time for dinner? BS. There's always time for dinner. Spinach is done. This is cooking. That's done. That's done. I need a haircut. Can you tell? I like short hair because I go to sleep and I wake up and it looks perfect. I go to sleep now and I wake up, I look like freaking Albert Einstein. It's all over the place. We shouldn't have anything in common other than we're both Jewish. So these guys are done. These guys have come off. Look at beautiful, brown, crispy. That's what you're going for. So these guys come off. Now, while this is starting to do this, just cool down, we're just gonna put a little mozzarella on each. Sits for a second. Then we take our bun, nice crispy here, but it gets a beautiful base of this garlicky, oily, delicious spinach. Oh my gosh. Could you add tomatoes, Michael?
Yes.
Of course you could add tomatoes. It'd be silly not to, but I'm not going to. And then this top bun. Maron. That's fantastic. All right, check this out. Oh, look, moist. Look at juicy, tender. I'm a young man living in Toronto, Canada, in the heart of Little Italy, eating a great crispy veal sandwich. I'm so happy. And it goes together in like 3 minutes unless you forget stuff inside. Right. When we come back, a smoky hot brown. What? What'd you say, Sam? I said a smoky hot brown. I don't know what that is. Well, you just have to come back and find out. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. Welcome back to Sandwich Day. We're now about to make something called a hot brown. Essentially an open-faced turkey sandwich with a ridiculously good melty gooey cheese sauce on top. We first have to start by making this cheese sauce, and I suppose, as I always like to say, you could probably find this kind of cheese sauce in a store package. And that would have been the old Sam. The new Sam says, we make our own cheese sauce because you know what's going in it. So we'll start with 2 tablespoons of flour. 1, dos. We'll put it right here, and then give it 2 tablespoons of butter. This is gonna melt right here. You might recognize this. This is what you would refer to as bacon. I just cooked some bacon. The hot brown traditionally, now I say traditionally, has a couple pieces of bacon on top, crossed at the end, which I've always found a little difficult to eat. I like bacon that's easy to eat. And in our case, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna use bacon that's been diced up and crisped and is just gonna add all the beautiful flavor and nonsense that we want. In fact, and because we're standing here and we've got this grease, let's just be silly. We'll put a little bacon grease right in our roux. Like that. That's good. Now we're talking, right? So now what this is gonna do is this is gonna create a thickening agent, and you cook it for about a minute or a minute and a half or so. And what it does is it cooks out the raw flour flavor. Up here, I've got a 1.5 cups of warm milk. We're gonna add some cheese. Step back, son. 2 types of cheese. Gruyere or Swiss cheese, and you can't tell, but I'm using smoked Gruyere and some Parm. Okay, so our flour, our butter, our roux base is ready. Now let's do this. Now let's slowly whisk in this milk. And you're gonna see how thick this is gonna get all by itself. Now it's loosened up a bit. So we're gonna season it a bit, okay? Little kosher salt. And again, not because I'm Jewish, but because it does the right thing, it seasons things, brings out the natural flavors. And black pepper, and there will be a school of thought that says, Sam, this is a white sauce. You must be using white pepper. Well, you can do that if you're anal like that. I only want to keep one pepper around. I have black pepper. I don't care about the flecks. The flecks to me are texture. It's a little color. It's a little pop for your eyes. Seasoned, salt, pepper. Now we're gonna add this. We've got about a half a cup of Swiss, or in our case, this smoked Gruyere. And we'll give it just a tiny little bit of this Parmesan. And then we'll do this. And ladies and gentlemen, our sauce is made. We created a Mornay sauce. You didn't even know that was happening. It's fabulous. The things you learn on Sam the Cooking Guy. Okay, off the heat for a second. I don't really want anything else happening to that. My oven's on to broil. Now we're gonna make this sandwich. So now the traditional hot brown would have toast, like thick toast. I'm using a bagel. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna butter it a little bit. And we're gonna get it toasty. And I'm just gonna do it right here on the flat grill. So here's what's gonna go on this thing. Some tomato. And now turkey is at the heart of this thing. So I bought one of those smoked turkey legs. Mostly cooked, you have to finish it off in the oven. And that's what I've done. So we're just gonna cut some of this. Oh, Lord. I love the idea of adding smokiness to this. All right, just make sure I got a 700. Oh, should have added a little cayenne to this. Tiny hit of cayenne to our sauce. That's. We take our toasty bagel. Now we're gonna put our tomato on this, and we'll go 3 slices of tomato because we like full coverage and because we can. Now we're gonna take some of this amazingly great smoky turkey. Now we'll take some of our previously aforementioned Mornay sauce, and we go like this. Open face, stupid, rich turkey sandwich, and a little bit more Parmesan on top. Okay, now this is gonna go under the broiler right here. When it gets to be a little brown and a little bit bubbly, we pull it out and we eat it. And look, it's been about a minute. I don't know why these guys have started to peel themselves up. Stupid turkey. But look how amazing that is. But it's missing the one component. Now, how much better and easier is it going to be to eat it with crispy bacon like that than the 2 cross pieces on there? A lot easier. Why didn't somebody figure this out? Think, people, think. Here's what you want. You want turkey, you want cheese, you want the bagel underneath, the Mornay sauce, and then the cheese, and then the bacon, and then the... Wow. That's not gonna be hot, is it? How could that be hot? All right. It is not fair of me to stand in front of you and consume things that are this good. Healthy? No way. Delicious? Yes. Do you eat it every day? No. That'd be ridiculous. But you have it once a month. It's a celebratory thing. It's a delicious, cheesy, toasty, bacony, tomatoey, celebratory thing. When we come back, maybe the granddaddy of all sandwiches, we're back outside. It's so good, it's so right in all the wrongest ways possible. That didn't make sense, but I'll see you in a second. This is Sam the Cooking Guy. Welcome back to the last segment on Sandwich Day. We're doing a old school patty melt. We started with grilled onions. We'll add a little butter. They've only had a little bit of oil up to this point. We'll just add a little butter for richness. Because we can, and of course if you don't have an Evo grill, pans, use pans. So that's doing its thing. we need to make the burger. It's basically a burger with grilled onions and melted cheese, but grilled on the bread after, and it's not a bun, it's some kind of rye bread, and I'm using a Jewish rye. So this is simple. We're not doing a lot to this. We're keeping this a straight ahead burger. So it's gonna get, yes, you knew it was coming, kosher salt, some ground pepper. I like to throw a little squeeze of olive oil in just because it's the thing that I do. And we give it a little splash of Worcestershire for a little tanginess. Now, unlike the meatball that I said you could pack and you could be dense with, you want to be fairly gentle with this. You want the juices to be able to flow in and out of the strands of the delicately ground beef. So I think out of this 1 pound of beef, we'll try and make 3 of these. And I want them to be roughly the size of this bread, because why not, right? So a little bit of oil. Third of a pound beef for each one of these. Oh, I forgot something. I always forget something. I have a little piece of this veal from before. So good. All right, onions. Look at this. Look at the caramelization here. See this color? That's what you want. You know what that says? Flavor. You have your choice in cheeses. You could go with your Swiss cheese, or what I like, your processed American slices. I mean, come on. A patty melt is basically an American invention. Why would you not go with that cheese? But we'll throw caution to the wind and we'll use both. Second side, oh, come on. Oh, please, are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. Why would I kid you? Can I show you what I got right here? There's Lewis. Go, Lewis, come here. Come on, you can come here. Let me show you. Come here. Okay. Nope. I don't have Lewis. I have Summer. Which, by the way, on the news today, we learned that dogs apparently, 80% of dogs don't like to be hugged. Let's find out. They're either wrong or this dog's in the 20%. So here's what we got. We got Swiss cheese on 1/2. We've got mayo, Japanese mayo. Use whatever kind of mayo you like. I like this one. I'm gonna go a little out in left field and put a little horseradish on each of these. So we mix the horseradish in with the mayo, all beautiful. We then take a burger, we go like this. We go like this. We go the onions. And we go American cheese. Nobody move. Nobody move. We're not there yet. Then the bread. Both sides. Uh-oh, broken bread. I can deal. Now, we go butter. Think like the best burger grilled cheese you've ever had, right? Remember I got this garlic powder? Just a hint, a light little hint. And here we go. Second side, butter, and then we flip. Uh-oh. Come on now. Look at the onions coming out of this thing, the cheese. Oh, please. Good Lord. Good Lord, this is so wrong. And here we go. Mamma mia. Look at what's, please. Look at the onions, the cheesiness, the general nonsense that's going on here. You just get a teeny bit of horseradish. The cheesiness, the onions, the crispy rye grilled. Doesn't work with toast. Don't do toast. You have to grill it. This is what sandwich day is all about. And the hot brown. All of it. It's been a great food day. I love good food days. Thanks for hanging out. Want recipes, go to thecookingguy.com. If you don't want to go there, I don't know where to send you. Recipes will be there. Follow me on Instagram at The Cooking Guy. There's all kinds of great stuff, including clues to things that are on upcoming shows. And why am I yelling? I think I'm done. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't eat bad food. Promise me you won't eat bad food. See ya. I can't eat anymore. I'm done. I'm so done. I've never been more done.